All right, thanks, guys. We went 3-1 in our premium selections yesterday on patreon.com/Brock Page. We're also hitting at 65% for the entire college football season. Link for that site is in the description section below. That's patreon.com/Brock Page. The Lightning take on the Capitals, 5 o'clock Eastern puck drop in the nation's capital. Washington's minus $1.15, total 6.5. Saw a 10-cent fade of Washington in the early wagering. The Caps open $1.25, down to minus 115, total 6.5. 60% are leaning Washington, 71% shaded toward the over. Right now, Tampa Bay's minus 105 on the money line. Washington plus $1.95, laying the goal and a half. We have Braden Holtby for the Caps, Andre Vasilevsky for the Lightning. Now, Holtby's 12-2 on the year, 286 goals against, 909 save percentage. Washington is 17-4-5 on the year, 7-2-4 at home, top 3 in scoring. The Lightning on the other side, bottom 10 in goals allowed, bottom 3 in shots allowed. They've covered just 4 out of their last 12 puck lines away from home. Total-wise, Washington 10-3 to the over at home. I messed that up. Tampa Bay, 4-8 against the spread away from home. Not at home, away from home. Okay, Washington 10-3 to the over on their home ice. Give me Washington minus $1.15 and the over 6.5 in that game. Next matchup, Coyotes taking on the Golden Knights, 6 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Vegas. The Golden Knights are minus 150, totals 5.5, nickel fade of Vegas in the early wagering. Golden Knights open $1.55, down to 150, totals 5.5. 55% are leaning Arizona, 62% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Coyotes are plus 130 on the money line. Vegas plus $1.70, laying the goal and a half. We have Subban for the Golden Knights, Kemper for the Coyotes. Kemper's 10-6-2 on the year, 203 goals against, 932 save percentage. Malcolm Subban, 1-4 on the year, 346 goals against, 888 save percentage. Vegas is just 3-7 straight up in their last 10. They're also just 5-9 against the spread at home. They're ranking the bottom 10 in goals allowed. Meanwhile, Arizona 6-3 straight up in their last 9. 8-3-2 away from home. 10-3 against the spread away from home as well. Arizona's also ranking in the top 3 in goals allowed on average per game. Now, total-wise, Vegas is 9-5 to the over on their home ice. I'm going to lean Arizona plus 1.5 and the over 5.5 goals in that game. Next matchup, Penguins, Blue Jackets, 7 o'clock, Columbus. The Pens are minus 120 on the road, totals at 6. We saw a nickel fade of Pittsburgh, no movement on the total as of yet. The Pens open $1.25, down the minus 120, totals at 6. 58% are leaning Pittsburgh, 52% shaded toward the under. Right now, Columbus is catching even money on the money line. Pittsburgh is plus $2, laying the goal and a half. We have Tristan Jarry for the Penguins, Joonas Korpisalo for the Blue Jackets. Now Jarry's 5-3 on the year, 201 goals against, and a 938 save percentage for Pittsburgh. The Pens have won their last 3 straight games. They're 14-7-4 overall for the year, top 5 in scoring, top 3 in offensive shots. They also rank in the top 5 in goals allowed, top 3 in shots allowed on the road. Now Columbus on the other side, just 5-9 against the spread at home. They rank in the bottom 3 in scoring. When it comes to the total, Columbus is 10-4 to the under on their home ice. I'm going to lean Pittsburgh minus $1.20 and the under 6 goals in that game. All right, guys, before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Friday's NHL action, but before we dive into some more of that, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. We do daily premium selections on that site, beginning at just $1.99 per month. Now, we went 3-1 in our premium selections on that site yesterday. We're also hitting at 65% for the entire college football season, and I'll explain the difference between my YouTube channel and what I do on my Patreon page at the end of this program. Once again, link for that site is in the description section below. That's patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Nashville taking on the Hurricanes, 7:30 Eastern puck drop in Carolina. The Hurricanes are minus 135, total 6.5. We saw a nickel move toward Carolina and movement upward on the total. The Hurricanes open $1.30 up to 135. Total open 6 up to 6.5. 52% are leaning Carolina. 51% shaded toward the over. Right now, Nashville's plus $1.15 on the money line. Carolina plus $1.80, laying the goal and a half. With Peter Mrazek for the Hurricanes, Pekka Rinne for the Predators. Rinne comes into this game with a .306 goals against and an .889 save percentage. Peter Mrazek on the other side, 11-5-2 on the year, .266 goals against, .901 save percentage. Carolina's 8-4 straight up at home, 6-2 straight up in their last 8 at any location. The rank of the top 10 in scoring, top 3 in shots allowed. Now Nashville on the other side, they've dropped 7 out of their last 9. They're also just 4-5 against the spread when traveling. They rank in the bottom 5 in goals allowed on the road. And when it comes to this total, Nashville is 7-2 to the over when traveling. Carolina 7-5 to the over on their home ice. I'm going to lean Carolina minus $1.35 and the over 6.5 in that game. And I'm going to slide my next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Blues Stars, 8:30 Eastern puck drop in Dallas. The Stars are minus 155, totals at 5. We saw a 15-cent move toward Dallas and movement downward on the total. The Stars open $1.40 up to 155. Total open 5.5 down to 5. 51% are leaning St. Louis. 69% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Blues are plus 135 on the money line. Dallas plus $1.75, laying the goal and a half. We have Ben Bishop for Dallas, Jake Allen for the Blues. Allen comes into this game with a 3-1 record, .295 goals against, and a .904 save percentage. St. Louis is 3-2 straight up in their last 5. They're also 8-2-3 straight up away from home. They rank the top 10 in goals allowed at home. Meanwhile, Dallas on the other side rank in the bottom 10 in scoring, bottom 10 in offensive shots. And when it comes to the total, Dallas is 5-2 to the over in their last 7. 2 out of St. Louis's last 3 got over the number as well. So I'm going to lean St. Louis Blues plus 1.5 in the over 5 goals in that game. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and slide in my quick pick recap. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we went 3-1 in our premium selections yesterday on that website. I like St. Louis plus 1.5 over 5 goals. Carolina minus 135 over 6.5. Pittsburgh minus 120 under 6 goals. Arizona plus 1.5 over 5.5. And last but certainly not least, I like Washington minus 115 and the over 6.5 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we're hitting at 65% for the entire college football season on that website. Shout out to Ronnie Christie, Raymond Gonzalez, Mauricio Gradberry, Mike Wilkerson, K9, Creamy Caramel, Todd Zickel, Joe Me the Money, The Most Humble Beast, Rick Messina, Maverick Monroe, Ed Pilecki's, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my man, Lucas Hill. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage. And like I said earlier, we do premium selections on that website beginning at just $1.99 per month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. Now, we went 3-1 in our premium selections yesterday on that site. We're also hitting at 65% for the entire college football season on that site as well. Now, a lot of folks will ask me, Brock, what's the difference between what you do here on YouTube and your Patreon page? And that's a great question. So what we do here on YouTube is we handicap every single game on the board, both the side and the total. And if you were to bet your hard-earned money on every single game, side and total in real life, you're gonna lose your money in the long run. You're guaranteed to lose. And as a matter of fact, you're going to lose your money maybe even in the short run as well. The books are really, really sharp. They're really smart. They know a lot more than you do. And you just can't beat math. So what we do on Patreon is we really narrow it down and focus on 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're high percentage selections. They're games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much. My current record on Patreon is a whole lot better than it is on YouTube, handicapping every single game, side and total. So you can actually check out my current record for free right now. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. That record is going to be visible right on the homepage. And once again, guys, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. Most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for tuning in right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. I also hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving, and hopefully you didn't get beat up on Black Friday here today. And of course, if you were out shopping and you saw maybe a fight or a rumble, just make sure you turn the camera sideways. Turn it horizontal so we can see the whole fight in its entirety. But anyway, guys, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on patreon.com/BrockPage.